Do you feel like your glutes aren't pulling their weight in your lower body workouts? This is so common, and a lot of people feel their lower back taking over or feel like their glutes are just not doing their job. So, something that I always like to recommend is just a couple of drills at the start of your session, which is a really great way to isolate the glute to make sure we get it doing its job. Now, prone lying lifts is one of my favorites. Lying flat on the ground, we're using no momentum, we're really isolating the glute by just lifting one leg at a time, just a very slight little lift. It's a very subtle movement. You're not going to have a lot of range, and it's a really great exercise to get that glute to fire. Another one is doing a banded hip extension. So like a donkey kickback, you're going to have the band around your foot and you're going to extend. Now, what's really important about this is what your pelvis is doing. A lot of people allow their pelvis to rotate as they kick back. We actually want that pelvis to be stable as you extend. It's not about going as far as possible. It's about just extending to where your range allows to keep that contraction in the glute. This is a really great variation again to isolate the glute. Obviously, we're going to do each side. Then we're going to move in to the same as the prone lying lifts, only we're doing a standing hip extension lift. So because this one, we're doing it a little different. We have our pelvis up against the pad. And again, it's a very subtle movement. We want to maintain that pelvis position as you slightly kick back just to your full range of motion, which isn't going to be very far because when we're trying to maintain that pelvis position, it's going to reduce your range of motion. But it's a really great way to isolate that glute. So the glute is the only thing that's moving the weight. Another thing, great one is a reverse hyper. So you can do it from a bench, a box, from a machine. So this one, I'm doing it from a box. And as you can see, as I extend, I'm not hyper extending, which is another thing that gets done incorrectly. So we don't want to go up as far as possible. We just want to go to what our range of motion allows so that we keep that tension in the glutes. Chinese plank, another really great exercise to fire the whole posterior chain. Shoulders are on the bench, your foot is on the other, and we want to maintain that position for as long as possible. Try 15, then 30, then 45 seconds, and then switch sides. This is a really great exercise again to fire the whole posterior chain. And then we have a a glute bridge variation. I'm doing a straight leg glute bridge using a box, and I'm just holding a pause at the top. Great way you can do it from the ground with elevation, but another great exercise to try and get those glutes to fire before your workout.